Hello, my name is Patty and I'm in grade 10 and I'm from High School Math 2 in Mr. Freddy class. So today I'm going to explain you about the standards that we learned in quarter 4, including the big project that we have done. So common core standards that we have learned in quarter 4 is called conditional probability and the rules of probability. Probability is when you have 2 or 3 things and you have to select from them. And yeah, example, I have 2 red marbles and I have 2 blue marbles. If I say what is the probability of you getting a red marble, so it's 2 out of 4, right? So the first standard we have learned is called SCP-1, describe events or the set of outcomes using characteristics of outcomes or as unions, intersections, or complements of other events using or, and, or not. And yes, it is in a big project. In comparison, I have to compare 2 things using or and to make it easier to notice. I use Venn diagram or frequency table to separate the subjects and compare them. So the survey topic I selected for my big project is students who are in band are more responsibility than the students who are in sports class. So I want to prove it right because actually band class has more responsible. They have to be on time, they have to know the notes, they have to learn so much stuff. Sports, you can just know how to play volleyball, basketball, and that's it. It doesn't really develop your life if you don't want to be like a sport team and stuff. So I think it's right. But then the result of my survey and from my teacher's feedback is actually wrong. It's actually the same. If you're in sport or band, you can be responsible. So for standard SCP-2, the standard 2, understand the 2 events A and B are independent if the probability of A and B occurring together is a product of their probabilities. So you don't have to, probability A and probability D don't have to depend on each other. Example, if I said you have to be a girl so you can play basketball, this is called dependent. A is you have to be a girl. B, you have to play basketball. So A must come first and B must come second. But independent means you can be any gender, but you can play basketball. So that's the independent. For SCP-3, understand the consequential probability of A given to B as P, A and B divided by PB, and independence of A and B as saying that the conditional probability of A given to B is the same probability of B given to A. So this is, yes, it's in big project. To write the probability of A and B in terms of giving or error. So you must be confused about this. As I said, they are independent and they are dependent. For this standard, they are dependent. A must come first and B must come second. So yes. SCP-4, construct and interpret a two-way frequency table. Yes, it is in the big project. Compare results between middle school and high school according to the data collected from the classes, and that construct and interpret two-way frequency table. So my frequency table is, I'll show you. Hello, I'm back. So the frequency table that I'm going to show you is for my big project. So I have been searching and surveying about my big project. The students from middle school and high school is here, and responsible, not responsible, and total. So here I put band and sports and see if who are responsible and who not responsible. The probability of student in band class to be responsible is 25 out of 50, so it's 5%. The probability of students in band or sport class are responsible is 47. divided by 100, so it's 47%. So I make a chart of this. This proves this is the responsible, non-responsible, and this is the total of all. Right again, and so SCP-5 is like the 5th standard, I think. So they recognize and explains the concepts of conditional, probability, and independence in everyday language and everyday situation. Yes, it exists in the big project. You can make hypotheses on titles. Example from my project, I compare if the band of sports have better skills on creativity. Some would say bands. And also, yeah. So this one is I compare if a band students have more responsibility than a sports students. 6th standard is SCP-6, conditional of A given to B as a function of B outcome. This is not in big project, but as I say, it is the dependent event. So something must happen before something happens. So yeah. SCP-7, PA or B. This is very compared to subjects. So if you have boys play sports or boys not play sports, you can compare those or like boys play sports or boys don't play sports. For SCP-9, use permutation and combination. So I'll show you example of those two. So permutation is order doesn't matter. So if you said we have 35 songs and you select 5, that doesn't matter anymore because you just select 5 from the 35. This doesn't matter. And but combination, it matters. So if you have a 40 digits of key locks on your example safe, you know, the safe where you keep money and everything, yeah, safe, and they have 4 digits. So if the keypad have 35, the order matters. So you have 4 digits on the safe locks, but there are 35 numbers you can put in the 4 locks, so the order really matters. So yeah, the probability is not that hard. For the SMD6, the bonus standard, use probability to make a fair decisions. Drawing by lots or using random number generator. So example, you use graphs and line to describe about your hypothesis about your probability. This doesn't really relate to what I've learned in the standard quarter 4, and it doesn't really relate to the big project. So that's it for now. As you know, what I learned is that probability can be independent and can be dependent according to the formula, and also you can use graph or Venn diagram to explain more about your hypothesis and your result. So that's it for now. Anything more added? No, I don't think so.